Freddie Mercury's secret daughter revealed, a hidden love story behind the legend. In a revelation that's shaking the world of rock and roll, an upcoming biography has dropped a bombshell. Freddie Mercury, the flamboyant and iconic frontman of Queen, had a daughter, one he kept hidden from the public eye his entire life. This extraordinary story is told in Love, Freddie Mercury's Secret Life in Love, a new biography by Lesley-Ann Jones. Based heavily on Mercury's own private diaries, the book introduces the world to a woman identified only as B, who claims she is the secret daughter of the rock legend. Now 48 years old, B shares an emotional and intimate account of her life with Freddie, one filled with love, laughter, and the kind of father-daughter bond most only dream of. According to her, Freddie was more than a rock star. He was her dad, her constant, her silent guardian. She was born in 1976, the result of a discreet affair between Freddie and the wife of one of his close friends. The three adults, Mercury, the woman, and her husband, reached an agreement. The child would be raised by her mother and her stepfather, while Freddie would remain a loving presence in her life, albeit quietly. In fact, Freddie even had his own private rooms in their homes, always staying close, always involved. "I always knew he was my real father," she writes in the book's opening chapter. "Freddie Mercury was and is my father. We had a very close and loving relationship from the moment I was born and throughout the final 15 years of his life." Her words radiate warmth and affection, painting a picture of a man who, despite the chaos of fame, never missed a beat when it came to being a dad. Whether he was on tour or recording legendary hits with Queen, Freddie called her every day. When he could, he visited, quietly, respectfully, with a devotion that never wavered. The revelation wasn't entirely unknown within Mercury's inner circle. His parents, his sister, his bandmates, and his beloved confidant Mary Austin were all aware of the child's existence. But the rest of the world was kept in the dark, out of respect for Freddie's wishes, and perhaps to shield the little girl from the glare of public scrutiny. The woman behind the story is now a highly successful medical professional living somewhere in Europe. She chose to stay private all these years, never seeking fame or fortune. In fact, she never even asked for a penny. According to the author, she lives a comfortable life thanks to a private legal agreement set up by Freddie himself before his passing in 1991. In 2021, she approached Lesley-Ann Jones and handed over the most intimate pieces of her father's legacy, his handwritten diaries, filled with personal thoughts, emotions, and reflections. Skeptical at first, Jones admits she was eventually convinced by the overwhelming authenticity of the evidence. Photos, handwritten cards, even bank records. "No one could fake this," Jones writes. "She never once asked for recognition, never demanded anything. She simply wanted Freddie's truth to be known." Why now? Why reveal this after decades of silence? The woman says it's time. After more than 3 decades of lies, speculation, and distortion, it is time to let Freddie speak, she writes in the book. "Those who knew about me kept the secret out of love and loyalty. But now in the middle of my life, I choose to step forward. Not for attention, but for the truth." She describes Freddie as a doting father who treated her like a treasure. "He adored me and was devoted to me," she recalls. "The circumstances of my birth may seem unusual, even outrageous, but that never changed the way he loved and looked after me. He cherished me." This heart-stirring story adds a deeply human layer to the legacy of Freddie Mercury, one of the most dynamic and unforgettable performers the world has ever known. Behind the glitter, the stage lights, and the larger-than-life persona was a man with a tender heart, one that belonged just as much to a little girl as it did to the world. Love, Freddie. Freddie Mercury's Secret Life in Love will be released on September 5th, 2025. Pre-orders are already available.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.